this thing from continuing. So, in that regard, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I need to hear from you. I need to hear you make some noise. Oh, come on, make some noise! Because what complicates all of this is, we have, this country sort of boasts of all of our industry and what we're able to create and all of our medicines. We're supposed to be the strongest country in the world for those kinds of things. Well, industry is not particularly interested in pediatric cancer because there's not much money to be made out of it. The population of people who have pediatric cancer is very small, so they don't think that's kind of a worthwhile cause. I'm sure that everybody in this room thinks quite differently about it. Thinks that what we need to do is get on our phone to our congressman, get on our phone to any news organization, get on our phone to everybody that we know to make them aware of what's going on just next door possibly, just down the street, somebody that you know. One, as you'll hear later, 1 in 320 children is diagnosed with pediatric cancer every day. Every single day. And if there are 1 million who are dying from pediatric cancer every year, that's 100,000 a year. 100,000 a year, 1 million in a decade. 100,000 in a year, 1 million in a decade. So we need to change that, and we need to change that now. We need to change that quickly, and with great aplomb, as they say. I mean, a generation ago, 500 Americans a year were stricken with Ewing's. Now it's 12,000 a year in this country. So from the jazz age of the 20s to the new millennium, all kinds of things have gotten better. Our cars drive faster and safer, movies look better, radio and our records sound better, technology has evolved by leaps and bounds, science is far more comprehensive, and doctors, for all they tell you, seem to know more than they did in the past. So why can't we kill this thing? Well, we can. Why can't we stop this thing? Well, we can. That's what we're here to do. That's what this is all about. By raising awareness of pediatric cancer and by making people understand that if they let their money talk, then those 12,000 young people every year will walk out of hospitals, will walk out of all the cancer care that's available to them, will walk and take control over their lives. Say, as Martin Luther King said, free at last, thank God Almighty, I am free from cancer. At last. So let me hear you make some noise. Yeah.